going on? It's your dog Art Man the Great, and we're back with another boxing conversation. I ain't let nobody know we on live. I just want to kind of pop up, all my GNX shit just popping up with some heat. I'm gonna talk a little bit of boxing. Ain't shit really going on. Hope everybody enjoyed the Thanksgiving. I know I did. I enjoyed the fuck out of my Thanksgiving, man. I was fucking on the fucking moon. I ate me a good ass Thanksgiving dinner made by me and my woman. You know what I'm saying? We throw the fuck down. And then we wash that shit off with a nice bottle of wine and some motherfucking edibles. Sheesh, I had a fucking THC brownie that had me on the motherfucking moon. I was on the moon. Straight up. Let me share this link though, let everybody know we are on Yeah, let me send this link out, let everybody know we live on YouTube right now. It's Friday in the afternoon. Oh shit. Shit. Man, for those who don't know, wait, what? Hold on, I'm over here looking at this news, man. It sounds like Boots' team, they don't want the fight. But shout out to everybody in the chat already. Hold on, I'm over here responding to what these people are saying. Don't mix. But yeah, they talk about Boots' team requested to have the fight at 147. Man, hold on. hold on, let me find out. Says Showfit ain't ready. Oscar knows it. Yeah, I think so too. Hold on, this nigga over here, man. But yeah, I don't think that fight's gonna happen. Anyways, a lot of these fights, I don't think it's gonna happen. It's too good to be true. Shakur versus Kid Austin this early in his career, and goddamn Boots versus Ortiz. Come on now, I don't think that shit's gonna happen. Niggas just they got promoters, man. These promoters' job is to make money. You know, these fighters are like investments. They don't want to ruin their investment early on, having them crash out early. You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't want these guys to crash out early. But anyways, look, Ray Jackson, he's on my bumper because I was talking shit about I was talking about the Roach fight not being announced or whatever. It got pushed back, and now of it eventually got announced today. And now people are like, "Oh, Art man, how can you talk shit? Look at Roach fights. It's happening now, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. That fight is still garbage. Like, let's be real. That shit ain't changing nothing. That fight is still garbage. That shit's still garbage. I'm gonna support it, but we're not gonna act like this some fucking big major ass fucking fight that's gonna break the fucking net. Nah, we not doing that here. But yeah, anyways, Schofield, the dude's cool, but he not fucking with Shakur, and we should know that. Everybody should know that shit. But it's okay. You can always challenge yourself as a fighter and as a man. But Oscar know it, Eddie Hearn know it, Shakur know it, everybody know it. That Schofield not fucking with. It's not. It's like a freshman trying to fuck with a fucking super senior. Like, what we talking about? Hell no. It's like a freshman versus a senior. He not fucking with that dude just yet, man. Baby steps. Baby steps, man. Let the young dude live. He ain't get his motherfucking feet wet yet. He ain't get his feet wet yet. How the hell he gonna do anything? That little nigga need time to grow. And he's still wet behind his ears. The fight I really wanted to see for Kid Austin was Kid Austin versus what's his name? What's that nigga name? I know niggas had already forgot about the dude, but what's that young dude? I forgot. Oh yeah, Ashton Silva or whatever. Ashton Silva, whatever. H2O. That fight was supposed to happen, but that shit got canned. That's the type of level that he was on, in my opinion. But now that dude, he done got wasted. So it's like, sheesh. Who do you fight from here? But now he's like, fuck it. I'm in title contention. So let me just go ahead and and fight the champion. And there's nothing wrong with daring to be great and all that shit. But like, come on. Come on, man. And then Oscar did all that pump faking just to do his little clap back and be like, you want to fight a prospect? Nigga, don't be copping, please now, nigga. I can't be talking all this tough shit and how fighters are fighting mediocre fights and then jump out and say that. Come on. So I would even put him in there with De Los Santos. Let's be real. I wouldn't even put him in there with De Los Santos at all. Nigga, he need to be fighting like the last nigga Keyshawn Davis just fought. Even that's a little risky. So I'm generally not a fan of throwing prospects in deep waters, but in this case, I'm willing to make an exception. Throw Austin in there. Let's see it. Yeah. It's not like you throwing him in there with a puncher. You know what I mean? It's different. It's Shakur Stevenson. It's not like they throwing him in there with a fucking puncher. But the lack of skill from Kid Austin, nigga, it might look like he fighting a puncher. Shit. Real shit. Hold on. Let me scoot my camera up a little bit. I like Kid Austin. I don't like his pops. See his pops video? Y'all see his pops video on the net? He'd have beat the bitch up. Oh Lord. Niggas are putting their hands on females and shit. They ain't got the tape of you putting your hands on the female. Oh Lord. Now Kid Austin's talking about lawsuits is coming. So allegedly Coach Malachi, which is the short coon nigga, allegedly he posted the video of Schofield Sr. putting the paws on some random woman. And artmanapparel.com, we don't support domestic violence. We don't at all. So we got to say shame to that brother for that. Shame. But that shit got Kid Austin in the uproar. That ain't really want to put some hands and feet on somebody because y'all heard defamation of character. I mean, even though the signs is him, you can see it's him. The hairline is all the way back here in the video. So it's him. It's him looking like Billy Porter with motherfucking dreads. So we know it's him. But anyways, yeah. Now niggas talk about throwing lawsuits and shit like that. Yeah, the world's a crazy place right now. Boxing, it's always crazy. But that's just putting eyes on them. Now niggas is really upset. And niggas want to fight. Nobody's safe. Niggas want to fight. So put Floyd in there, Floyd Schofield with Shakur Stevenson. Let them fight. Let them fight. Niggas got a little built up animosity. Let them fight. Said Navarrete defense is trash though. I'd probably make him fight that dude. Yeah, exactly. But Top Rank ain't gonna try to play ball. Top Rank got their own in-house fight thing going on. Floyd Def been talking a lot. Shakur go stop up at 5, and I don't even like Shakur. I know. None of these niggas got no serious fights lined up for real. That February 22nd card looking like a dream. It's looking like a dream. Because you got Boots Ennis. Eddie Hearn might fuck that fight up for y'all, bro. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Eddie Hearn got too much dip on his chip. He moving funny style. he was talking all this 154 shit, 154, 154. Now he's kind of pumping the brakes, asking me if Virgil Ortiz can fight him at 147. Don't do that, Eddie. Don't do that, Eddie. And now you know, even though I'm picking Boots in that fight, I gotta keep it all the way 100. That is some sucker shit if they ask him for the fight at 147. Because y'all know that man damn near died trying to make 147. So Boots and the Philly squad, please tell me it is not true that you are requesting to fight Ortiz at 147. Because if it is true, I gotta call a duck on that one. And I would hate to say that. I would hate to call my brother. I would hate to call another FBA a duck. But nigga, if it's true that Boots want to fight at 147 or else his reputation went from this to that downhill. Straight up. And I like Boots. I like Boots. But we not doing that here, man. You talking about you want to fight the man out. Right. Niggas talking about 154. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn 147. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn welterweight. Don't even put two W's next to each other, bro. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I'm trying to hear niggas fight at 154 on that Saudi card in February. I'm already pissed off that it's in Saudi, nigga. I don't want to hear no back and forth about the weight being at 147. And I'm gonna let my dude Dirk hop on here because we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Man, you see my hoodie? This shit look fire as hell. Got my From hoodie, custom made, illustrated by me. You know what I'm saying? Painted just right. Got my Dodgers blue on. You know how we doing. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my dude Dark in the back.
What's up?
What's up with your man Boots, man?
Hey man. So
I'm
that
hearing
that
I'm hearing niggas
147.
talk, niggas talk about 147. What's going on with that?
So Eddie, according to Eddie, they offered or Team Ortiz offered that fight at 147, but the plan is to get him at 54. But there's also other rumors that if they get a unification fight, uh, like a Norman fight in February, they will go with that instead of the Ortiz fight. Which to me, I don't have a problem with that because Boots said a million times, I want to go undisputed at 47. So that's always been his goal. And I think that trumps the Ortiz fight at 54. That's just my opinion. Especially with the way Brian Norman Sr. been talking, bro. You gotta see him. I'm sorry, bro. They gotta handle they gotta handle that shit real quick before they go to 54 because that's some unfinished business with Brian Norman Sr. and his son.
That shit sounded like some duck talk to me, boy. I ain't gonna
Nah,
lie.
bro. It's not a duck,
I ain't
bro. How can a
gonna
unification
lie. Nigga,
fight
I
can't be
don't
no
give a
damn
fuck
duck?
about damn Norman, bro. Fuck Norman, nigga.
No, bro. That's a big fight.
Nigga, no. We ain't talking about no damn
Yes, it's a
duck, bro.
unification.
Nigga, we talking about Boots versus Ortiz at
That's
154.
a good fight. But look, the only they boosted it a million times. I'll go to 54 if I can't get a unification. You tell me he didn't say that.
You think Norman gonna fight him in February on that Saudi card?
I think so, bro, because they can't complain about money now because Turk will give that money out, and you can't complain about it being in Philly and you're gonna say this not gonna be a fair judge or whatnot.
I don't
Because
know.
Boots didn't even get a chance to unify, bro. Like you basically the only thing you've done at 47 is get an email belt. Like can we can at least get two belts and then go to 54, and you be a unified champ. You have
I feel like
leverage
that
over a nigga like
147
Ortiz,
dream is done.
huh?
That 147 dream is done, bro. already seen it in his last performance. Niggas ain't gonna want to say it, but in his, you could tell, nigga, that weight cut is fucking with his ass, bro. Shit's not the same. He gonna get his ass clipped at 147 trying to stay down there.
Well, and on top of that,
Too long.
he has to do a rehydration clause because of the IBF. So I'm sure that doesn't help.
That's
But
I'm sure that, bro, because as much as you think I don't watch Boots, I do be watching Boots, and I've noticed something that he's it's not like he's trash, but he's losing a step. He's losing a step, just a step, and I believe it's due to that weight cut. I believe so in that IBF rehydration clause.
maybe, or maybe he's just not getting up for these opponents. Like,
Because I don't think
um,
so, because I'm telling you, bro, even in the first Karen fight, he looked nice, lean, and still ripped. At this point, it's like it looks like he's trying to squeeze down into 147. He's
mhm,
not throwing punches with the steam that he had against like guys like fucking Delorme and Clayton and Van Heerden. It's like it's looking like Roy Jones Jr. after he came back down. You know what I'm saying? And
mhm.
that's what it's looking like. And I feel like with the fighting style that he has, he needs to be at his full potential. So I feel like that 154 fight is better for him because you don't want to be having a hard weight camp and you get clipped by an actual puncher because he was getting caught with some nice shots at 147. You don't want
For
that.
sure. Also, I think Cameron's better than y'all want to give him credit for, but
He
you
is.
know,
Look, I
uh,
give Karen a lot of credit. I
yeah,
honestly believe, and people gonna be like, "Oh, you probably just saying this because you're a Boots fan." No, I honestly believe that Karen will give a lot of these niggas problems. A
for
lot.
sure.
I feel like he will most likely beat Barrios just off of just winning on points.
Yeah, he was. And then I think he beat Stanionis too, because I saw Stanionis fight Delorme, and Delorme was outboxing him a lot in that fight.
I ain't gonna say all that.
I'm dead serious, bro.
I ain't
Stanionis is one of
all
them
that.
dudes. Stanionis is one of them dudes that comes forward in a high guard and is flat footed. Like he's very stationary, even more than like a like
Boots
he.
didn't look mid. My bad. Boots didn't look mid against Karen too. He didn't, in my opinion. He
Mhm.
just looked more human. He looked human. He didn't look
Yeah,
as special as he did before. He
yeah,
still won, you know, what was it, a unanimous decision?
yeah.
He still
Yeah,
won.
bro. These Eastern Europeans, they got tough styles, bro. Virgil didn't look good against Boachuk,
They
Ukrainian.
do, but just overall, it's like Boots didn't look like that.
Roy Jones, I
He
understand.
didn't have
I
that
understand
he didn't have that energy and that finesse that he normally has. And
for sure.
I feel like that comes from that IBF rehydration shit. And niggas gonna be like, ah, nah, it's just they gonna say whatever, but and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But me personally, just looking at it, this is what I'm seeing.
I just really want him to take care of senior Brian Norman first, because you heard what they've been saying, bro. Like you can't let them niggas talk like that and just get away with it, bro. You got to see me. That Virgil fight, also that Virgil fight. I don't care what nobody say. That fight should be in America, because it ain't like these niggas ain't nobody never heard of them. Like with
I'm gonna tell you,
Bivol and Better Beef, I understand because they're two
I'm gonna tell you
Russian.
right now. If the
What?
next fight that Boots have is not Virgil Ortiz or
Mm-hmm.
Brian Number Jr. or Barrios or Staniosis,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's unacceptable. Absolutely.
like
But that I think that's why they taking a while to sign that deal, because they still probably talking to the other champions because they wanna
why
unify. Huh?
Boots is 27, what, 28, 27?
27.
And I'm about to be 30, but in boxing, that age is like you gotta be solidified by that around that age. Why
Mm-hmm.
what took him so long to get this into the stage of his career? Like
Earl and Bud were holding up the weight class forever, and then the other niggas around them wouldn't want to fight each other until they got an Earl or a Bud fight. Remember? Thurman didn't want to fight nobody. Ugas didn't want to fight. Sean Porter retired. So yeah, it was a mess. So and then that held up Boots' career. That's what happened.
Well,
You
I know one
and
thing for damn sure, and I feel like everybody agreed, and I mean
yeah, them niggas was trying to get the Earl Spence payday. You
everybody
think
agreed with this. One thing that we
what?
learned:
Uh-huh.
Boots is not fucking with Bud. And I said this. I said this a while ago. Boots ain't fucking with
At
Bud.
154, I would like to see it, but I'll
At
say this.
47, 154, it nigga 160, it don't even matter. It's
Okay,
done.
I'll say this. I'll say okay. I think I've always admitted Buzz got a higher ring IQ than Boots, but you saw with Madrimov. Madrimov, if you watch his fights, bro, normally that nigga is reckless. Like he be lunging in, he be getting hit because he's willing to take chances. Against Bud, he switched all that shit up, bro. He
He
was
switched
very
all
patient.
and I try to tell people because people try to say, oh, it was a rob. Nigga, it wasn't even nowhere close to a fucking robbery. What
Nah,
I
nah,
what I
Bud
witnessed
was.
in that fight was somebody
Mhm.
jumping up to a higher weight class and took away somebody's best attributes and made them fucking play the game
Oh
that
no, 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 no. I don't think Bud took it away. I just think that Madrimov knew that you can't lunge in with a nigga like Crawford or he will clip you like
and
he
I said that's one
normally.
of his best attributes, lunging in on motherfuckers.
So I'm just saying I think Boots would not fight Bud the way he does a nigga like Karen.
I just feel like honestly, a nigga like
Hold on.
Madrimov might get over on Boots if we being real.
Styles make fights, maybe, or Boots might hurt him.
Because
Cause
Boots is kind of in a like he's in a rocky situation right now, where it's like we know you good, but it's looking like based off your last couple performances, it's looking like nigga, are you really what we think you could possibly be, or you might be a bust? What's up? And he's in a position where he has to prove to the world that he's not a bust. You know what I'm saying? He got to prove that it wasn't. He's not hyped. He really is that nigga. And
for sure.
so, and he has to do that against a nigga like Ortiz or Stanios or Brian Norman. Like right now, it can't be no Karen
Okay,
level.
so you agree with me? Taking a unification fight against one of those two niggas, Stanionis or Brian Norman, is not ducking Virgil Ortiz because those
It's
those
not
are
if
still
that
good
shit is
fights.
immediately next.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anything else is a duck. If you fight, I don't know, Art Man next, then yeah, you
nigga.
imagine, you
I'll fight
imagine.
nigga. I'll fight Boots for fucking 500K. I don't give a fuck. I'll
Nah,
make
bro,
I'll make
that
make
that that might cover the hospital expenses. I'm gonna need more
nigga.
than
You
that.
think I'm gonna go to the bro? Nigga,
Huh?
I'm a clinch bro. I'll be clinching like a motherfucker, and then as soon as he catch me with a good shot, I'm just not gonna beat the count. That's that.
Oh, for sure. I was like, oh, body shot. Nigga, he ain't
I'll
even
be like,
touch you.
ah, and then I'm gonna fuck around and get mad at the ref for stopping. I'm like, what you mean? Stop this shit, nigga. I can keep on going.
But that
you
nigga,
know
like
how
that
they be,
nigga Eddie.
you know how they be doing. They be getting cooked. They be pretending like, oh, why you start the fight, ref? Nigga, nah, nigga. You know, nigga. Sometimes, bro, I'm telling you, when I watch so much boxing, that you can really
Yeah,
tell. You can tell how the fight's gonna play out by the look in the opponent's eyes, because they be defeated in the eyes where it's like, dog, there's nothing
yeah,
to do. I'm fucked. I'm
yeah.
like the Tim Zoo versus uh that last fight he just had. You could see it in his eyes that he just knew it was like it was
Yeah,
over.
that's nice.
He's about to get destroyed.
Yeah, man.
You can see the
That's
fear.
why. That's why Bud want that Canelo fight so bad because I feel like eventually Bud fights all these niggas at 54. One
Gonna
of them is
flip him.
probably gonna, huh?
And that's true. And that's true. He can't afford that because if he get clipped, no matter what stage of career he's in, you know them fucking white folks and them racist Hispanics gonna say, ah nigga, I told you he was a bum.
Yeah, bro. Like you remember that shot Earl caught Bud with on the side of the head in that fight? You remember, right?
Yeah.
And Bud was talking about that in the interview. He was like, "Damn, that's it. Oh, this about to be a long night." So I'm saying if niggas at 54 catch you with that type of shot, bro, it
He
might
said that
not go like
he was saying that's easy, like that's all Errol Spence brought to the table. I can deal with that.
that. Tells me Earl must have been drained, bro, or something. He
I
wasn't
know it.
right.
I know we can argue that every day, but niggas just gonna say, ah nigga, just shut your black asses up. Y'all
'Cause, I
just
mean, because Bud got a good chin and dirt, but he ain't fucking Triple G now.
The Errol Spence that fought Bud was not the Errol Spence that fought Lamar Peterson or Porter. It
Yeah,
wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. But
I just don't think Earl's. I don't think his heart's in the game anymore, bro.
bro, it's one of those stay ready so you don't have to get ready situation. This nigga Errol Spence, he put himself in that position, man. Unfortunately, like I be watching news videos and news clips all the time of people passing away and or having their life altered from being in car accidents. He's actually very lucky to be in the position that he's in, but surviving something like that, you can't fight a guy like you can get over on a nigga like Danny Garcia and Yugas, but a nigga like Bud, that's different. It's very different. Coming back from something like that.
You're
Said
right.
aim and protection plan don't allow Boots to fight there. Yeah, you know, Boots, he's in it. Like I said, he's in the rocky situation right now.
In a good situation, bro. He can get a unification here in February, which is a quick turnaround.
It
Uh,
good. It is good, but he's in a position where he has to show and prove. There's no lounging around. You have to show
for
and prove.
sure, for sure. And I think against a style like a Sandy Onis or a Brian Norman, he would look a lot better against that type of style, or even a Virgil Ortiz if that fight happens. You
Niggas
know,
scared for Boots in that Virgil Ortiz fight. I
bro,
mean,
niggas
niggas
like,
niggas saying Virgil Ortiz gonna get off on Boots.
of course, bro, but that's because they have short term memory. Like Virgil ain't get dropped 2 times in his last fight.
They saying it don't matter because Burn Chuck a better opponent than Karen.
He's got more power than Karen.
I hope Bootsy. I hope that 147 talk is not true, bro. I really do hope it's not true. I hope that niggas is just bluffing. I hope niggas is just bluffing.
Why do I see two? Oh, can you hear me? Yeah, yeah. I was saying, yeah, Bochuck might be a harder puncher than Karen, but I feel like Karen's got more dimensions. Like it's like Rolly. Okay, I'm not gonna compare Bochuck to Rolly, but Devin Haney and Ryo. Devin got more skills than Ryo, but who's punching harder? So
I feel like Devin would beat the shit out of Ryu. Niggas gotta put some respect on
yeah.
motherfucking.
So all I'm saying is just because you a harder puncher don't mean you are a harder fight all the time. Karen got some shit that might give Virgil some
Karen,
problems
Karen, he has a nice Ukraine style of boxing where it's like
in
he
and
knows
out.
he knows what he's doing in there. It's not something that he's just hoping and wishing and banking off his strength. He's banking off his fucking technique,
Ring IQ.
ring IQ. He's literally not even giving Boots time to reset. He's
He,
twisting him. He's trying to
he
go under him and clinch him. He's
think
taking a,
about it.
he's taking a knee at the appropriate times to recover. You know what I'm saying?
Even
That shows smart boxing.
even when Boots caught him with that shot that hurt him, you saw how he held Boots' arm, right?
Hmm.
What does that remind you of? Floyd and Shane Mosley.
I watched, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not like everybody else that's gonna say, "Oh, nigga, you fought a bum and that bum got over on you." Nah, nigga, you ain't fighting no bum. You fought a nigga who knows what the fuck they're doing in that goddamn ring, and he came in there to
Absolutely.
fight. But you just being, I feel like the reason why Boots won that fight is because he's just naturally
More
bigger,
talented.
stronger, talented, more talented than him. So
Yeah.
it was more of like that. But I feel like I honestly believe that if Karen would have caught Boots a couple fights ago fighting like that, the way he just fought, he would have got stopped. But I feel like in this position that Boots is in right now, he was able to get more work than I believe that he would have got off if they would have fought earlier.
Yeah. No, you're right.
But you
And
know,
also,
but this, like they said, There's no room for excuses. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And everybody feels like you got to be like Mortal Kombat, where you got to show up with your health bar at 100% and everything's the same. Nah, I don't think like that. I feel
I want to see
timing is everything.
Boots fight like the way he did against Clayton, where he's using the jab, maintaining distance, and being a counterpuncher. To me, that's the best version of him. Him being like this come forward guy, I don't think that's really his strength. In my
And
he can
then,
do it.
you know how I feel like he's off? Because he's trying to roll these punches and shit, but you're getting caught. Back then, you could just, like, I'm trying to tell niggas, the way Boots looked in that Lipinets fight, he does not look like that today at 147. And I feel like it's time for him to go up because nigga, your body will tell you, no matter how skilled you are, nigga, if your body don't feel right, nigga, all them nice fancy moves you was able to do in the past, the timing's gonna be off by a couple, you know what I'm saying, inches, and that shit might fuck you up. It might
You're
fuck
right.
you up.
You're right, Art man, because Boots is a nigga that relies on his athleticism, not really his fundamentals. And once you take that away, he's gonna look like a regular nigga. It's kind of like you said, it's kind of like Roy Jones, even like a to a smaller extent Manny Pacquiao, like they're freakish athletes. Uh, they break the rules in terms of boxing. They don't
But
really
he has,
follow.
but it's not to say that this nigga don't got no skills.
Oh,
Without it,
he do. Oh,
he
for sure.
does. He
He's just
does.
not Bud Crawford,
Bud Crawford,
the technician.
he's just a different animal than that, man. He had that nigga Madrimov trying to faint for 12 rounds. Niggas acting like, all right, nigga, you keep on fainting. When you gonna throw a punch?
Andre, yeah, because he know if he make one mistake against that nigga, it might be night night. But hey, what was I about to say? So Andre Ward made a good point about Boots in that last fight. He said he didn't really watch it, but he says when you're in the ring and you don't have like that fear, it has to be like a healthy fear of you.
Hold on, go back. What you say? You kind of cut off.
Uh, Andre Ward says that in order for you to be at your sharpest as a boxer, you have to have a healthy fear of your opponent. Like, if I make certain mistakes, this guy can make me pay for it and potentially knock me out. When you fight low level competition, that healthy fear is not there, and you end up becoming lackadaisical and lazy in the ring, and that's why you get caught with stupid shit and you make mistakes. But when you have that healthy fear of your opponent, you end up being sharper. So that's what he was saying.
That's
So
true.
I had that.
I hear that a lot in boxing. That yeah, you do get up for your opponent, but sometimes that's not always the case because sometimes niggas be getting up for the least opponent, and then when it's time to fight that big guy, they fucking shell up or they freeze up in a moment.
The reason
Like
I'm
I
saying that, Bozy, look how he was talking to. He's like,
and then
oh, knock this nigga out
Posey,
already.
oh my god, I thought he was a legit top of the line coach. He sounded like an amateur coach that night.
It might be time to switch, or at least maybe not switch trainers, but maybe add some new niggas to the team, bro. Because it looked like you didn't respect Karen as an opponent when you talk to your son like that. Like that's why Boots was getting caught with so much shit. You putting pressure on him to walk this nigga down, and then he's
I
getting countered.
dislike coaches be like, just go knock him out,
That's
nigga.
crazy. Like this
Tell
nigga,
me what to do. You got to. A good coach, in my opinion, be like, I see he's throwing that right hand. You should feint, slip to the side, throw a jab, then come over the top with a right hand. If that don't work, stick to your jab straight and hit him with a left hook. That might get him. But instead, you just saying, nigga, just go beat him up. Just go knock him out, nigga. No, nigga, that shit don't work, bro.
also, you brought up Lipinets. While I agree, Boots looked better physically in that fight, Karen is a much more skilled fighter than Lipinets. That
He is in opinion when it comes to like my opinion when it comes to like your footwork and stuff like that. But I feel like Lipinet's IQ is just a tad bit better because he's more of like a come forward fighter, but he thinks, he thinks when he's throwing punches. He ain't just throwing blind shit. You
I
know what
mean,
I'm saying?
think
He's
about it. Karen fought off the back foot the entire fight against Boots in that first time, and then in the second fight, he was using angles and pivots. So he showed you he can fight two completely different styles. It's not many niggas in boxing that can do that. It's probably like a handful of niggas in boxing that can do that. So I disagree with you saying he got a higher ring IQ. He might hit harder than Lip Karen. That's about it.
He's just he's smaller than Karen. That's it. I feel
Them,
like
them niggas, them
Karen
niggas ain't
is
gonna
like
fight Karen, bro. I
it's kind of
guarantee you.
weird to me because Karen is kind of like in a way he kind of got like he's kind of is he as tall as Boots? Are they the same height? They
He's
kind of
about
got the same
five
build.
nine.
They kind of got like the same build a little bit.
Yeah, he's about 5'9".
And Boots
Yeah,
what about
5'9".
5'9" too as well, right?
Nah, Boots is like 5'10", 5'11".
I feel like they're equally matched when it comes to like size. Besides that reach, but Boots, I like Boots, man. It's just like the next fight is gonna be really telling. What you think about Paro versus Hitches next week?
That's a good fight. That's a 50-50 fight. Ooh, I can't call that one. To me, Richard
If
Hitchens is like
Hitchens
a
lose
black.
that, if Hitchens lose that fight, I'm calling him a tether.
I'm dead.
If he lose that fight, he a tether. If he win that fight, he got
Hey man,
he got respect from the FBA.
hey, hey man. I peeped years ago. Tariq was calling Trump and his cohorts white supremacists, and then now he's fucking with him. I guess that paycheck that he's getting from him must be nice.
Go talk to Tariq, nigga. Don't talk to me about what Tariq doing. I ain't Tariq.
Fuck that
I
nigga, bro.
vote. I didn't vote. I didn't vote last year or this year. I mean,
I hope not, because I don't know why some FBA niggas think Trump is like he's not good for black people. I'm not saying Kamala is, but Trump damn sure ain't.
I heard everything, and I seen both sides, and I understand why a lot of people voted for Trump because a lot of people don't like that immigration thing, man. It's tough.
Yeah,
A
but bro,
little
this
immigration.
the reason the niggas like Trump. I'm talking about white people is because they think that their country is no longer white as it used to be, and they want
Yeah,
to maintain.
they try to restore that feeling. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, they try
Um,
to restore that feeling that white family, white
but
home. You know what I'm saying? None of that extra shit y'all got going on. You know,
yeah,
yeah, and I understand. You know, and I don't even hate to say this, but every group has their self, interest. Everybody has their own interest. So you
but
can't judge their own group self interest.
my thing is, bro, that I don't think Africans, I don't think Africans are. There's not enough of them for them to really affect the average African American. Let's keep it a buck. There's more Latino
I don't think
immigrants than anything, and
I don't think Black Americans' main problem is African immigrants. Not at all. I
that's
think
all Tariq talk about. He don't talk about Latinos, them racist ass Latinos in
he
California.
does, but it's just that those African immigrants are just the most vocal online. They are,
Okay,
and that and I
I,
and my thing
maybe.
sometimes I think to myself like, okay, maybe he is going a little too hard on him, but it's just like, damn, once you hear these niggas in the spaces talk about it, it's like, damn, it's hard not to go off on niggas that's talking crazy about you every day.
Bro, I feel like if there was actual discourse between the two groups, we would see that we got a lot of shit in common. And not to mention,
It's
bro,
not.
this world, this
It's
world is anti-black. You know this better than anybody. The whole world is anti-black.
the
We
biggest
really can't.
disconnect with
Uh
Africans and Black Americans is
huh.
this. It's that simple. It's so simple. It's not even hard. It's just how we view racism compared to Africans. Africans view racism and like racist white people totally different from the way they view that
Yeah,
the Black
and
Americans.
it makes sense.
Black Americans view racism, saying on some like we gotta battle this, we gotta go against this. Africans look at racism like if I prove
But
myself
we
that I'm
there.
better than how Black Americans act, then I will be treated a certain way. But it's not like that, and it's just like, how can one group connect with the other if they don't view that? 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 the quote unquote enemy the same. You know,
Yeah, that's kind of like how Latinos that come to America view white races. They want to fit in.
and a lot of people try to act like it's just Black Americans and Africans going at it, bro. It's Mexican born Mexicans going against Mexican Americans,
Yes,
literally. You know what I'm saying? They be having their own motherfucking war against
I, I I
America.
said it a million times, bro. We There's a lot of coons in the black community, but they got way more coons than we do.
They got coons in the Latino community. They be some of them be working for ICE.
Nah, I'm
Real,
saying they're
a
worse
lot
than
of them,
our coons, and
right?
there's more numerous.
Yeah, they be on some. I don't want you coming over here, shit. Yeah, and
Oh,
then
and
try.
they be the most anti-black motherfuckers out there, bro. Just look at George Zimmerman. They be Come on now.
No, fuck him.
Yeah, George Zimmerman is a Latino, and he got a white man's last name.
Yeah, I know. You know how that shit go.
Nigga look like a Indian, but
But what you think about your man Shakur Stevenson fighting Schofield? They clowning him because they say he fighting a prospect.
that's a good fight because the Pater obviously don't want no smoke. He tried calling out Moritala, but they talking about, oh no, we got our own plans and shit. So fuck it, fight Schofield. Good fight. You there?
Yeah, give me a second.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's a good fight, but do you think it's a better fight than Tank versus Roach?
I think people are sleeping on Roach. I think it's about the same
I
level.
think I may be sleeping on Roach too myself, but I feel like whenever I feel like I catch myself thinking, damn, maybe I am sleeping on. I catch myself by thinking, nah, nigga, you have more than enough reason to sleep on this nigga. This guy's coming up from 130. He got whooped by fucking Herring, who I don't
No,
respect.
no,
You know
don't.
what I'm saying? I
He's
don't
a
respect.
different fighter.
I don't respect. I don't respect that shit. So I'm like, nah, nigga. And then niggas to say he a different fighter. Why? Because he beat Hector Garcia, and I don't respect
It
Hector
ain't.
Garcia at all. Hector Garcia has been trash to me, in my opinion.
No, if you watch the way he fights now, the way he did back then, he's a completely different fighter. Just like
Yeah.
watch Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer lost to JoJo Diaz. He looks way different now than he did against JoJo back then. This version of Tevin Farmer will beat JoJo Diaz. So I feel the same way about Lamont Roach. He's a much better fighter now, and he has the best defense that Tank has ever fought. I can guarantee that. I promise you that.
Hold on. It just reported that Carmel Morton, his fight got canceled because this nigga came in 14 pounds overweight.
Carmel came in 14 pounds overweight.
He came in 14 pounds overweight.
Oh, he ain't taking this shit serious at all. So you would to be that overweight, you must not even give a fuck. That's crazy. Yeah, who cares? He's a prospect. That's not a good sign early on.
That's crazy. 14 pounds overweight.
Hey, remember when I told you a couple years ago that I think Keyshawn is more skilled than Devin Haney? I've been saying that for the longest, and I'm telling
You
you right
know
now, he is, bro, and he got power too.
what I like about Keyshawn? He kind of reminds me of a Bud Crawford in there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He is, and you know who Abdullah Mason is? Abdullah is Boots Ennis.
But you know what I like about Devin, which separates himself from everybody, his peers. What I
Nothing.
It's what I seen in that Lomachenko fight. When you
Okay.
Because when you fight somebody that's as skilled as Lomachenko and he's pressuring you and you still willing to overcome and convince the judges that you won the shit unanimously, you gotta give him respect, regardless of how you feel. You gotta give him respect, and I need to see that from Shakur. I need to see that from Tank. I need to see that from Keyshawn, where you're in a position where somebody's trying to make you compromise, but you show the world that nah, you're built like that. You're built like that. I need to see that from Shakur and Tank.
I think all three people you just named would beat Lomachenko in a better fashion than Devin.
That's what we believe, but we haven't seen it. That's the thing. We
And
didn't
and
see it.
three of those
We
niggas
didn't
are
see
not losing
Dev
to
do it.
Ryan Garcia. Austrian or no Austrian, they wouldn't lose to Ryan Garcia.
Here's my thing. I'm speaking on reality. We gotta see. We gotta see it. I don't, because a lot if, on paper, niggas was thinking that Jared Anderson would just wash fucking Charles Martin. But what happened when we seen him fight him?
Oh, I thought
Nigga,
you about to say. I thought you about to say Bacoli because
no,
after.
I said Charles
Oh,
Martin. On paper,
oh,
we
okay,
oh yeah, he gonna steamroll him. But what
yeah.
happened when they fought? Shit was looking rocky as fuck.
No, you right.
We got to see it with Devin. We've seen it. So it's like I want to see these guys go against it. Some of my peds or no peds.
Yeah, pairs or no pairs, I think Keyshawn still beats Ryan. And because the shit that Dev, because even with the pairs, Dev was still catching shit. He just couldn't hurt him. Uh, Keyshawn will hurt him. And not to mention, Keyshawn's a better counterpuncher than Devin. He's definitely sharper. I got him flipping.
The reason why I don't like to say that peds or no peds because we really don't know.
He hurt
We
Devin.
really don't
Dev
know.
hurt
It's
Ryan.
like saying rehydration clause or not, Tank will beat Ryan Garcia, but it's like damn, there still was a rehydration clause for some reason.
And you know what else is crazy? Keyshawn got better defense than Dev. Because what people don't realize is Keyshawn is a silver medalist in the Olympics.
Well, my
That
thing is
means the
this:
nigga can box.
If Keyshawn and all these niggas at 135 is better than Dev, then why the fuck they not doing what Dev doing it did, which was become undisputed at lightweight, like
Because
Pernell.
bro, you good for Dev. He got the opportunity with
Yeah,
Cambosos.
good for Dev. Nah, y'all make the
I'm
sacrifice.
just saying,
Do what
bro.
Dev.
You act like Keyshawn wouldn't cook Cambosos. Like he wouldn't stop that bitch ass nigga. Come on, man. Let's be real. Like shout out to Dev for taking advantage of it,
All
but
them niggas got the same 24 hours. Why one nigga leave with undisputed and the other
because
nigga?
we all know boxing is about politics, bro. Some
Because
niggas get a
boxing
certain
about politics
opportunity.
and who Devin aligned with where the politics is on his side.
Well, to be fair to Dev, he got lucky that
Yeah,
Lomachenko.
exactly.
No, he
Exactly.
did.
Niggas
He
be
got
acting
lucky
like
that
Dev did.
Lomachenko had to
Niggas
go
be
to
acting
war.
like what Dev did was fucking easy. Nah, nigga.
No,
Nigga, Dev got the
beating
Dev got
Cambosos was
shit
easy.
out the mud, nigga.
Yeah,
Straight independent, the all money in Nipsey Hustle way, nigga. What you talking
man, no,
about?
don't ever disrespect Nipsey Hussle and
Yeah,
put
what
that
you
nigga
talking
in
about,
the
nigga? Yeah, he got his shit all independent, the Nipsey Hustle way, nigga.
Nah,
Why your favorite fighters over here stressing over their contracts, and you talking about they'll do this and do that? Well, nigga, do it.
bro, you beat Cambosos, man. Like, come on, man. And you really, a lot of niggas think you lost to Lomachenko. We keeping it honest. Tell me I'm lying. I got Keyshawn cooking Devin Haney.
Hey, y'all, give me a second, man. 1 second.